This is Lawrence D. Adams, and today I'm talking about embracing your dark side. I want to shout out goldenbeetl3 for asking a question on one of the videos. He asks, when you are talking about the dark side, are you talking about the things you don't want to acknowledge only, or the things that you know about yourself that you are okay with, but you need to tame in order not to catch a life sentence? Serial killer tendencies, for example. So, my good brother, goldenbeetl3, let me answer that question. So when I'm talking about the dark side or the shadow side of you, yes, I'm talking about the things that you don't want to acknowledge about yourself. That was the first premise I want to definitely answer. Many times, men, we don't want to deal with the things that we know that are not right about us, and we try to hide them under a rug so that no one sees them. All the time, those things that we're not acknowledging about ourselves sit dormant. And all it takes is for a trigger to happen, or for a situation to happen, or a conversation to happen, and what was hid under the rug will be exposed. So the first thing I want to make sure I emphasize is that you must acknowledge the things that you don't know about yourself, and you need to dig a little bit deeper. And once you see them, you need to be okay with them. Let me say that again. Once you see those things inside of you, you must be okay with them. You must say, you know what? This is who I am. I have to be okay with that. I have to embrace the shadow and not run away from it. Once you embrace it, the next step is you must what? Go about, how do I change that? Or how do I adjust that in my life? So a lot of people, especially a lot of men, do not embrace their shadow self. They don't embrace the dark things about them. And it doesn't mean something bad. It's just things that you have not acknowledged about yourself. It could be something good, because we're afraid if we acknowledge that, and I want you to really hear me, that other people will not like us. Let me say that again. We're afraid if we embrace that part of us, the dark side of us, and it's not dark as evil, but that part of us that we don't want to acknowledge, that other people will not want to be around us. So it's the fear of rejection. And the next part of it is there's a shame factor attached to it, because you're ashamed that you have these parts of you that you have not acknowledged, or that you are going to acknowledge. So you're ashamed about it. And so we never live our authentic life, because we never embrace that dark side, or that part of us that we don't want to, we hide from others. Now to the second part, you ask, are you okay with the need to tame it, or okay with that, but you need to tame in order to catch a life sentence. So let me address. Now that you know you have these dark sides about you, there are some things about every person that we must discipline ourselves. As men, we must be disciplined. If you allow those things, those thoughts, those activities, whatever they may be, you could potentially lead down the wrong road. And many times it's driven by your emotions and not by logic. So you do need to tame yourself. In the Bible, it says, work out your own soul salvation. So it's important that you begin, you know these things are here. You need to say, you know what? I need to pull this into order. I need to tame it. Yes, every man, because I'm talking to men with this video, need to tame things that he know if he let it go unchecked will ruin his life. The mark of a man is his ability to discipline himself in a world that's undisciplined. The mark of a man is his ability to discipline himself in a world that's undisciplined. So I challenge you today, Golden Beetle 3, to embrace both sides of yourself. There's no need to hide who you are. I'm not saying you particularly, but I'm talking about in men in general, who you are. But you got to, and when you face that part of yourself, you got to be ready to deal with it. And you got to be ready to tame every part of yourself. The most powerful man there is a disciplined man who's not driven by his emotions, nor is he driven by outside forces. So with that being said, this is Lawrence T. Adams.